Aloha everybody, what is really good? Today is October 21st, 2019, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the refresh of the Oddments store, so without any further ado, let's jump right into the video, let's go.
Jagex is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, so this update is pretty straightforward. Jagex wanted to make some changes to the Treasure Hunter Oddments store in response to player feedback. Wanted the store to be more satisfying while providing alternative ways to obtain some types of rewards. It's important to note that with further changes, as they experiment with the balancing of all this and receive feedback, things may change. So first off, they're going to be improving the Oddments exchange rate for all items. This will mean that you'll receive double or triple Oddments, obviously depending on the gem rarity on Treasure Hunter. The price of the Oddments store for the various items is increased slightly to compensate for that. However, the end result is that the Oddments store as a whole will net you more than it did prior to today's update. Also, as a bonus, they've doubled everyone's Oddment balance. Plus, they've added some new items in the Oddment store, including Protean packs, small portable packs, and magic note paper. They've also tweaked the price of certain items that offer greater rewards for bonus XP over direct XP. So for instance, lamps are now more expensive than stars and pulse cores as opposed to how they were before. There's also new cosmetics that you can purchase from the previous Furies event, so you can go over there and check it out. Get your hands on those if you didn't when that event came around a year or two ago. They say that in the future they're going to be limiting both the number of items that can be purchased and adjusting how Oddments are obtained. So we're going to see how that plays out in the future, but that's what's been changed, at least as of today. With that, we're going to shift on gears over to the patch notes and see exactly what's changed there, so let's go ahead and check it out. For achievements, Ollie the Trader achievement no longer gets triggered every time the player closes the selection of Close interface. A couple of combat changes. Kale's charge bow will no longer reference a sling when you used the weapon past level 10. Fixed an issue where players in Legacy Combat mode were switched into Revolution when gaining a level in a combat skill. Signature heroes in the Berthorpe Troll Cave now have a confirmation prompt if choosing the option to set up your action bars if you are in Legacy Combat mode. Moving on to some graphics changes. A rare bug where Elena could not be found in her house during Morning's End has been fixed. Chickens outside Demonheim have been graphically updated. Fixed an issue with Barrel's Rise of the Six bobbleheads not dancing when all 6 of them meet each other. Fixed an issue with the festive aura not displaying the wings when activated. Yaktui storage will now display stored items in full color and no items as transparent, as well as displaying 0 if there are no items in either your backpack or storage. Players can now select the same color shades as the shades they are wearing, and it will no longer be removed. Plague Doctor Contagion Walk now works correctly with 2 crossbows equipped. Moving on to some other changes. Swapping between the different enhancements for the gauntlets awarded from the Family Crest quest can no longer cause the game to crash. Hunting God Jadinkos can no longer disconnect players upon checking a trap. Fixed a crash that would occur when repairing banked Runecrafting Pouches. Crashes no longer occur when using the Celtic Knot skip ticket. Fixed an issue where you could not access and use the bank under certain conditions. Celtic Knots will now close when skipped with the Celtic Knot ticket. Ensured that players who completed Unstable Foundations prior to the Ashdale tutorial are treated as completing the new tutorial island so that they are not trapped in a timey-wimey ball of weirdness where RuneScape thinks that you're still on tutorial island. Simply logging in should now free the suffering few from this terrible purgatory. A set of rings that transform the player into the Barrels brothers now correctly transfer ownership when traded. The Elder Divination outfit's Chronicle teleport will now teleport you slightly closer to the Chronicle hand-in locations, May Stormbrewer and the Gothic's Monument. The chat systems will now suggest taking a break from the screen after 4 hours of continuous play. Deactivating an aura and then clicking on it will no longer trigger a new aura to replace it. The Portable Crafter will now tan dinosaur hides. Examining the items that create the Pterosaur Maul now say that Dino skills are needed. The Talent Scout will recognize the Master Agility skill cape when spoken to. When completing a quest in a quest series achievement path, the next quest in the series is no longer automatically selected. The Temple at Santistin quest will now correctly state that you need Telegrab runes under required items. Fixed Karamja gloves for not giving double tickets during the agility arena if the user hasn't claimed the medium award. Shadow Gem Virtus Death reclaim cost now match the normal Virtus Death reclaim cost. The collector's insignia now works with Anachronia agility training with XP bonuses triggered at the end of each of the 7 segments. Previously, if a user was to destroy the sous chef outfit and was to also have the cooking gauntlets in their backpack, the cooking gauntlets would be destroyed as well. This has now been fixed. Corrected an issue where achievement path window could draw before stats were transmitted to the client, resulting in some achievements that require skills drawing as if all skills were level 1. Fixed an issue when checking resources you have gathered for a clan displaying overlay text. When the interface is set to legacy mode, if a player has a second action bar active, the original action bar will no longer break the extra action bar if you switch the number. The extra action bar arrows will also now change the bar being shown. Updated the examine text of expensive spices to reflect the item effect. Fixed an issue causing areas of Berthorpe to not play music. Fixed an issue with unrelated audio tracks playing when in Turiel's house. Normal tanners across all RuneScape that make soft leather will no longer tell you it costs 1 GP even though they made it for free. Fixed an issue with the chat where Iron Man players weren't being informed that they can't pick up certain items. The tasks in the Master Quest Cape list are now in the correct alphabetical order. Fixed an issue with Robin getting stuck thinking during a game in Rune Draw. Fixed the mahogany pet feeder description to let players know it can feed 30 pets. Players who haven't obtained a fire cape should no longer be assigned Ice Strike Worm tasks by Slayer Masters. Elite Clue Scrolls from the treasure chest in the aquarium will now be added to the Clue Scroll stack if the user has a full inventory, or into the Charo's Clue Carrier if in inventory or pocket slot. Cheesecake now works as a food for the Free the Adventurers Temple Trek event. Runecrafting pouches can now only be destroyed, not dropped, and will now inform the player that if they contain essence, the contents will also be destroyed along with the pouch before asking for confirmation. Fixed an issue that allowed legendary pets to unlock a player's inventory. The Gloves of Passage effect, Enduring Ruin, is now applied after using the Smash ability as well as Havoc. Fixed an issue where the user wasn't being asked for a bank pin while trying to add or remove pickaxes from the tool belt. The Festive Aura now shows the amount of experience left that it will attribute its bonus to when selected in the Aura Management interface, as well as when the buff icon is hovered over while the aura is active. Achievement favorites can now be added and removed correctly. And finally, some changes to mobile based on player beta feedback. They've made it more easy to cycle between hidden, minimized, and maximized chat sizes on mobile by tapping the envelope icon. On mobile, the interaction menu will now appear to the left or right of where you tap so you can see what you've tapped. Added tooltip information onto 3 icons, total level, combat level, and quest points on mobile. And when dungeoneering, the map is now fixed to the center of the screen, and you're still able to interact with the game world with it open. That is it for your patch notes. Link to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below, so head on over there to check them out. With that, I'm gonna wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I am out. Aloha.